drawings in the same way. I start with this initial line. And for me, this initial line, it's like, imagine it's the skeleton or the structure or the foundation of a drawing. Imagine this is what is like almost like the DNA. This initial line is what makes every drawing different, just like you. And you can imagine if I was listening to music, that maybe that would kind of seep its way into the DNA. And like I said, I started my career in Japan, and I started in the club scene and in the Japanese avant-garde scene, so drawing to really crazy music. But what I found that when I started drawing to music, especially in an environment where there's a club, so imagine you're starting and you're drawing as a performance. Now you take away time. So right now, I have no time to think, I have no time to plan, I have no time to hesitate, I have no time to be insecure. I only have time to be myself because I'm not planning what I'm doing, I'm just doing it. And this is a way that you can really get to expose yourself. This is how you extract yourself. This is how you get to know yourself. And this is why we should all encourage children to draw their dogs and their houses and their cars and their peoples in any way that they like. Because drawing is fundamentally how we extract ourselves and get to know ourselves. So once I've created this structure, once I've created this skeleton, once I've created this foundation, I fill in the gaps. So let's see what we have here. All right, so we got this kind of line here, smooth and round, kind of soft like a face. So I'm going to draw a little nose here. If I have a nose, maybe I need a mouth. If I have a mouth, maybe here I'll put a couple of, what should I put there? Eyes? Maybe 5 of you are listening, those 5 artists. Okay, so we'll put a couple of eyes. The eyes are looking at something. They're looking at this. It says way. So something I'm also very curious about. In this room we probably have a lot of very traveled, educated, fancy people. You could probably tell me where you're from and what you do and some of the roles that you play. Teachers, cousins, business people, lawyers, doctors, plumbers, engineers, I don't know. So one thing I'm curious about, and I'm so curious about this, I even carry these stickers on me, and some of them say, who are you, and you are you, and you are you. And I hand these out to people, because I'm obsessed with this idea that you can tell me where you're from, you can tell me what you do, but when I ask you to describe who you are at the core, now think about this for a second. Think about how you would explain to me who you are at the core, without describing where you're from, what you do, and the roles that you play. What words would you use? Do we even have vocabulary for that? And that's why we need artists. That's why we need ways of finding how we find our way. We need these words. We need these visuals. We need to find ways that actually describe who we are at the core.